Today, Katie and I are happy to sit down with Linda Zabarcho. This is a second time appearance, which is a very exclusive club, so welcome back.
Thank
We're
you.
happy to have you again. Here to talk all things community garden,
We rent plots, 10 by 10 plots or 10 by 20 plots. If you rent a 10 by 10, you have to volunteer 10 hours in the garden. If you rent a 10 by 20, it's 20 hours. Approached me and said, hey, what do you think about designing and creating a colonial garden in celebration of America 250? And I went, yeah, of course I want to do that. So we talked about it at the township and agreed to proceed. And I did a lot of research this winter to make sure that I understood what was historically correct. You know, what kind of fence should we have? What kind of plants should we put in there? There are a lot of things that we have access to now that we use to plant things that the colonists didn't. So we will use pea sticks. So we'll have some sticks with a lot of brush on them, and it's going to get stuck in the ground, and the peas are going to grow on it. Now, that's the support for the plant, but people are probably going to look at it and go, what's going on in there? You know? So fortunately, we got a donation from Monticello, which is important. That's Jefferson, and you know who he wrote. And so, this ties into America 250. So we have seeds from the gardens that were at the house that can be traced back to his lifetime. The kids in the 5th grade here in Clarkston, about 497 kids, get a tomato seed. And they don't know, it's a blind study, if it went and stayed on the space station for some period of time, or if it's just stayed here on Earth where most seeds stay. So they go into this blind study, they plant their seed, and they learn the scientific method of observation, documentation, some kind of results. Plus they get to learn how to grow a tomato. The kids are gonna come out, and they're gonna plant their tomatoes, and we will keep track of the weight of the tomatoes that we get from that garden, so we can go back to the kids and say, hey, you know, your efforts yielded this many pounds of food for people in our community. And so to try to also extend their experience to volunteering, because so much in our community occurs through volunteering.